Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the UCF Knights, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Now that's how you get a playoff game started for a defense. You come up with a huge sack like that, get this offense behind the sticks.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. The pocket breaking down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's going to take off here. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't the score.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the toss play now, running to the right. Gets loose now and heads downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
The old toss play, man. This is a play that...
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. The Buffaloes looking to cash in the red zone. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
And he'll drop back here on third down. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Defensive ends are tough to slow down for offensive linemen. They have the size, they have the speed, they have the athletic ability, and here the awareness to come up with a sack. Good play.
And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And that is no good. With that miss, no change in the score.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. What poor kicker.
And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. Handing off on the draw play. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Snags a quick throw. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
He'll look to throw it here on second down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Knights.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. Get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And the pressure gets to him again.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
4th down and very long, but the offense is still on the field. They're going to go. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. The pass is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Across midfield. The 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, UCF. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on fourth down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. Makes the catch. It's Hall. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense. Waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window and pick up a nice gain.
That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looking for his back. Catch made on the right side. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. And the Buffaloes looking to keep this drive rolling. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw again. The pass rush closing in. Escapes the pocket. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Lets it go on the move. Launching deep into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? QB decides to keep it here. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He'll try a pass here. The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Caught on the outside. It's Brown. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
On the return, it's Hall. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, that's the risk you take as a coach running this style of offense. And really as a quarterback, you know that there's a chance you're going to get hit like that. And boy, did he get annihilated by this defense. I'm just happy that he got up and ready to play that next play.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but pick will set up the offense at the 35.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The Knights hustle to the line to run the hurry up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
With the return, it's Hall. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Knights will kick it deep to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27 to see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking right, this one caught. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Delivers quickly to the left side. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle, and he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the quarterback keeps it here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
And every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out to the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here. See if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
And he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. A pre-snap motion from the offense. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Fourth and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. 4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Back to throw again. Looking for the wide out. And it's complete downfield. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. Using his legs on the scramble. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
Automatic in the PAT. Fields it just outside the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here comes a handoff. Solid run. They'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Headed to the final quarter of this playoff game. Who's going to step up and make a difference here in this pursuit of a national championship? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, UCF.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Makes a quick grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The Knights come to the line in a hurry up. On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. On the run, he'll let it go. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. The Knights pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Trying the run, it's Brown. And the Sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
That's the 2-minute warning as the clock stops. Give both coaches a chance to strategize here before the time runs out. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a 4th quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes, and he takes off and picks up a 1st down.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Oh, that's exactly what I love to see. That's how you tackle. That is textbook from this corner. He flew in, made the tackle in space, and keeps him not only out of the end zone, but a short loss there.
Touchdown, Knights. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Great job here by this quarterback on this read. I thought he might try to get the ball to the receivers. Instead, he sees the matchup that he wants, finds that big tight end, and they get the go-ahead score here late in the game.
Point after, not quite through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Colorado offense is back out on the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Oh, and he can't quite hold on. That would have sealed the victory. Does bring up 3rd down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Defense is coming after him. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still's got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. The last time they went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Caught quickly. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the Staffs a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. Touchdown, Colorado. Made the defense look slow that time.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point, cover an onside kick. You never know.
It's a quick grab, and he makes the 2-point conversion. The lead cut down to 6. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been